Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club or Dreams.
Sadie's is a proud supporter of New Mexico high school sports and athletics, and we here at Proview Networks would like to thank Sadie's for their continued support in helping us bring you all of your New Mexico high school sports coverage.
Welcome to the Steve Davis Show. Special guest today is Dominic Bramante, and congratulations, man! Wow, you're just sitting back and relaxing right now. But about the last 2 weeks, you hadn't been doing anything. We were here 2 weeks ago, and you were just getting ready for the next 2 weeks.
Appreciate it, Steve. You know, I appreciate the congratulations. I know you're a big fan and supporter and partner with the Gladiators, and we're absolutely thrilled that we were able to close the deal. Absolutely humbled that, you know, we're able to call ourselves back-to-back champions.
Well, I tell you, it wasn't easy, was it? I'll tell you, these two teams that came in, they you know, like you said, it was championship football. The league shows the caliber of play that people can come watch and do. They came and competed.
Tournament football. Yeah. And it shouldn't be easy. If it was easy, then it wouldn't be worth the climb. It makes it, you know, the ending, you know, for the conference championship to come down to the last play, for the championship to come down to the last play. I'm really envious of our fans because our fans get to enjoy that emotion, that excitement. You know, when the Queen was blaring over the loudspeakers, "We are the champions," our fans get to enjoy it. We as coaches and players, we're working it. And so we don't get to feel that electricity until you see 3 zeros up on the clock.
Well, before we get to talking about, you know, last weekend's game, you know, the weekend before was a tough game with Amarillo. And they were ahead at halftime. And one thing I have to, you know, I've been, like you said, I'm a fan, and I also watch, I'm a coach. And so I kind of watch your strategies and things. You've done a really great job of the second half adjustments. It seems like, you know, things may not be working the way, or maybe you save those things. I don't know, you know, but it's just amazing how second half adjustments, it seems like you solve all the problems that were happening in the first half.
Well, our coaches do a great job. You know, Coach Martino Theus, Coach Landrick Brody, they do a great job. What we do at halftime is we look at the iPads and see what happened, correct what happened, and then what's going to work for us. We do a good job. The amount of winning that we do here is mind-boggling. You know, what the program has turned into. And that's a credit to all the men, you know, that in the football department that put the time in, the effort in. Our coordinators meet with the players every day. They break down practice. One of our players said it best when he said, "Coach, I'm coming back because, you know, when I first got here, our work ethic is second to none." You know, that's our goal. Our goal is to beat people out. The best line of the weekend, the best line of the championship actually came from Dello Davis in the locker room celebration. He said, "Coach, we beat them with culture." And so
that's something that you really believe in. I mean, that's something that on the last show that you talked about the cultures here, your systems in. You've got now you're getting fans, you're getting supporters. You got people backing you now.
There's no doubt the culture doesn't happen overnight. You know, we put the culture in before we even started day one with the New Mexico Stars. We were introducing the culture and the process of winning. And so the goal was 3 to 5. That first press conference, you can go back and look at it, the goal was 3 to 5. 3 to 5 years is the target date for us to hoist a trophy and compete for championships. And that's where our program is now. Our program is going to compete for championships. And the town, you know, is worthy of that. You know.
Oh, I agree.
And so after you were out going after your own championship this past weekend, but it was a whirlwind Saturday night. When the game was over, it was a whirlwind that I was just full of joy, that our fans were full of joy. And to think that what they must think when they go home going, man, that was an event, you know, like, wow, that was crazy, you know, what we just saw. And I couldn't be happier.
Well, you know, let's go to the day before. Let's go to Phil the Grill and kind of look at those interviews and kind of speak on what was going through your mind the day before the big game on Saturday night.
I didn't.
Hey, it's almost time for Champions Bowl 5, and we're going to do a little pregame here. And if it's a day that ends in Y, you're going to find me at one place, and that's at the Grill on San Mateo, right at Aztec, on Kruger's Corner, across the street from Crown Jewels and Coin, one of our proud sponsors at Proview Networks. But I'm at the Grill with owner Phil from the Grill. You've been with the Gladiators since day one, haven't you?
It's been 6 years. Coach reformed the team and named them the Gladiators. They were at my other restaurant, my other location on Manal. And we formed it in the backyard. And since then, we have been friends. We have been a sponsor. We have been their #1 sponsor since they started. We started at the Grill.
We've celebrated a championship here. We've celebrated regular season wins here. We've celebrated your wedding here. We've celebrated Coach Bramante's son's birthday here. We've celebrated my birthday here. The Gladiators eat here. You can't talk about the Gladiators and not talk about the Grill, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, my banner's been up at the games. You know, we have a 12-foot by 40-foot banner here inside the restaurant. We host the trophies from last year. Here's the championship Super Bowl trophy here. Coach has his own chair here at the Grill. But I'll tell you what, you guys, this place has been the home of the Gladiators from the very beginning. Is the Grill, and you know, I'm very proud of that.
And we've seen Coach in action back here. We've seen him take phone calls when he's recruiting players, planning his season. So I mean, but no one's seen more Gladiators football than you. Have you seen the team play much better than this? Because they are just dominating right now, especially the defense.
Oh, they really are. You know, I'm so proud of them. I'm proud of the way they play.
How good is Jason Serta playing right now? Defensive Player of the Year, probably should win that award again. I mean, it seems like every week the defense just gets better and better and better. I mean, how good was that game against Amarillo last week?
You know, it's fantastic. You know, and I got to tell you, Jason Serta, you know, he's top notch. He's another one of my best players. I got to say that. You know, Dello and Jason, mention them both. I'm really friends with all the family, even the mothers and fathers of the players and stuff like that. They all come in and treat me here at the Grill and eat here. But I got to tell you, they're a fantastic team right now. They're going to be hard to beat this weekend.
And speaking of this weekend, the game's at 6 o'clock. What do you think we're going to be doing that night at, say, midnight?
Wow.
Hopefully. What are we going to be doing, hopefully?
We could be all here at the Grill.
That's right.
Hint, hint.
We could be celebrating.
Celebrating here.
Phil and I are hoping we'll be celebrating a win on Saturday, but make sure, get out to the game. 6 o'clock, kickoff. It's Champions Bowl 5. This has been a preview of the championship right here at the Grill on San Mateo. Come visit my guy Phil.
Come and eat before the game. Come and eat after the game. I'm going to give out some free coupons, free burgers at the game. We'll see you here at the Grill, and we'll see you at the game.
See you at the game.
Well, Phil's been one of your main supporters and friend, and I think comrade. I mean, you can just name, I don't know what all the adjectives or anything that you have for him, man. He has just been solid for you.
He has grown as the Gladiators have grown. You know, when he first started sponsoring and feeding the team, he was in that little restaurant on Manal, you know, and now he's in the big restaurant for 2.5 years now. So as the Gladiators have grown, Phil has grown. So it's synonymous. You know, our success is synonymous. Success breeds success. And so I'm equally as proud of him in what he does and how he does it. He's a champion in his own right. His restaurant is a championship restaurant. So it's a great marriage.
Well, you saw the nice trophy. He has the trophy from last year there, and all the pictures, most of the pictures, you're in them, or it's something about Gladiators. Or he's in them, but it's always been like Gladiator players.
All right. I wonder how.
I haven't made that elite, so I haven't. I gotta get a picture and put, get up there with you guys.
I wonder how many cameras he had to go through, with my mug, getting shot all the time. I had to break a few of them.
Well, they set records. The camera industry set records in Albuquerque. I just want to let you know that. So, hey, we're gonna go to the Dream Style Top 10 Plays of the Week. Come back and show some highlights of the championship game.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school Letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rawlins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales.
The Albuquerque Dragway is a proud sponsor of Proview Networks. Visit abqdragway.com for directions and a full event schedule.
Hey, welcome back to the Steve Davis Show. We got Dominic Bramante, and we're going to let you do a little play-by-play, you know, of all those great plays here, and with your win over the...
I don't know if I'm going to be able to talk, you know, and that's unusual for me, only because I can't stop smiling, you know, watching the highlights from the game and stuff like that. You know, it's so, you know, we're only 2.5 days out.
Well, see, the thing that's nice about this is you can enjoy it because you don't have a game next week.
Exactly.
That's
the best thing.
Last time you were on the show, you were like, oh, you know, and you were like seeing all the things that were, even though the play was good, you were seeing all the things that you did bad.
Right.
I caught that while you were doing the film. So you're going, this time here we can sit back and watch the whole thing.
And enjoy it, that's for sure.
Let's see what we got here, Alden, to throw those up there.
You know, the fans were phenomenal.
Davis has some time.
Here it is.
Look at Romello Brown.
He's your glue, I think. I would say he made, you know, because
look at his legs going to that, you know, extending to get over the goal line. You know, he at the go-ahead score. They challenged it. It wasn't close. Look at Big Sherm Carter, man, running over K-Hop. Big Sherm. The DB was in the end zone already. I don't know why he took himself, you know, went for punishment. How about this catch? Cedric Johnson. Cedric will be in studio today here at Proview. How about that catch? And then there's Ced again. Ced had a big game for us. You know, he's a player that's a big-time player that makes plays, you know, at big times. Iowa State alum. Big 12 receiver Ced. Here's Romello scoring. You know, I don't know why. I guess Coach O'Neill was praying that he was out of bounds before he hit the wall. Wasn't even close. And here is the coup d'etat. Did you see? Look at Jason Sir. Did you see where I saw? People look from the Facebook tape that they think that was. Look at Jason.
Right.
See it? Jason got in the way, and it was like an eclipse going in. So it hits the ball hits the running back's hand blindly because of Jason Serta. And does it get better than that? Look at that.
I mean, to stand here a year later hosting a trophy again, humbling. We never doubted the mighty men of the Duke City Gladiators. I can't tell you how much more I enjoy it this year than last. You know, I want to ask you a question. Does the Duke City Gladiators qualify as a dynasty?
Get better than that.
It doesn't. I mean, well, last year was better than last year because it was this year, right?
In the press conference, what I said Friday at the press conference was I took a page from Tom Coughlin in 2007, the head coach of the New York Giants. When he won the 2007 Super Bowl, they weren't supposed to win it. They came, you know, from behind. If you remember, they upset the #1 seed, the Dallas Cowboys. Went on to win the Super Bowl.
You like that a little bit.
Well, where I compare Coughlin is when they beat New England in the Super Bowl, about a month after he did an interview. And he said that he regretted not enjoying it more because it was such, you know, a grind and so much hard work and no one would expect him, so they left no stone unturned. And so that's how we were grinding last year. And so the #1 feeling that I felt after we won it was relief. You know, like, wow, we closed the deal, because you hate to get that far and not close the deal. So it was relief. And I felt like Coughlin going like, man, if I ever get there again, I want to be able to enjoy it. And lo and behold, the very next year happens. So my goal for Saturday night was to enjoy it and have a little bit of fun, during it. And I would say mission accomplished.
Well, I tell you, it was. Did you, back to your statement earlier, that said, the pressure of being a home game. Sometimes a home game puts more pressure on you because everybody expects you to win. And also, if you don't come through, then you have people second guessing what happened the whole season.
Well, you're absolutely correct. There's home field advantage, okay? But when you have one game and it's a closeout game for both teams, it's a closeout game. It's the final. It doesn't make a difference where that field is. That's the reason why Super Bowls are played in neutral sites, neutral zones. Both teams are going to go on a road to play the Super Bowl. And so did it affect the outcome of the game? I think we'd be a little naive to say it doesn't affect the outcome of the game. But to get home field, you know how extremely hard it is to get home field advantage? And for us to be able to do it 2 years in a row, to be the number one seed in the league 2 years in a row, to be the conference champions with teams like Amarillo, the Revolution, the teams that we've had to go against the last 4 and 5 years, to be the South champions, regular season and tournament 2 years in a row, to host a championship game here in Iburque 2 years in a row. How humbling is that? And then to win it 2 years in a row. And this year was super sweet because about the controversy of how our players didn't get any major awards, which is insane that our players didn't get any major awards, considering that there's nobody from a record-wise or statistic-wise in the last 2 years have, done enough to, out-statistic our players for major awards. And so that's the reason why, with our players, were they upset? Yes. Was I upset? Yes, about no major awards. But we're having our own award banquet tomorrow night at the Hyatt. Come on down if you're near downtown Hyatt. But our award that we wanted really is said, okay, you know what? We're going to take the mindset of that team in the NFL that dominates, and we're going to say the only award that's really going to matter to us is that big trophy that they give you at the end of the last game. And we've been able to get that the last 2 years.
Well, I think that trophy speaks for a lot of the awards. I mean, you still love to take care of your players. That's who you are.
And because my players take care of me, and
it's a good point. That's a very good point.
They've allowed me to coach in 2 championship games. They've allowed me to. We're intertwined. It's hand in hand, and so you would love to see them to get the accolades that they richly deserve. But if you ask them per man, what would you rather have? Would you rather have that trophy that says that individual trophy, or that ring on your hand that says we did something together that will live forever? 100% you'll say, give me that ring, they'll say. Give us that ring. And so this is 2 years in a row. Each team will live forever now. Each team 2 years in a row will live forever. And that's great. Banner will go up in the Coliseum.
That's got to be, when you put that banner in the first time, the first banner, that. I know you were in a halftime doing a game, but you had a few goosebumps on your arms when you saw that thing coming down.
I've never experienced that before. So my time here with the Duke City Gladiators, these first-time experiences, never experienced with that banner, and then to see my name on that banner. The only thing that was going through my mind was, my grandkids are going to be here, when they arrive in this world and when they get a little bit older. I know my kids are going to take them to the Gathering of Nations powwow, and they're going to look up at the Gathering of Nations powwow and go, man, that's Pop-Pop's name up there, and does it get any better than that? It's true legacy. Our football team is true legacy, man. You could say it. I mean, we can bring out that D word, that dynasty word, man. You win 2 years in a row. We're the Warriors, man.
you're going back
Golden State Warriors.
5 years ago, but that's, I remember sitting and talking to you at the Cascada Hotel, and that's where I first met you, and we sat there and talked, and you said, hey, it's going to take me 3 to 5 years, and if anybody deserves it, this is just speaking for myself, you deserve it, because you could have left, you could have went somewhere else, you could have did, but you really believed in the Gladiators, believed in Albuquerque, and you're just very an inspiration to the city of Albuquerque.
Well, I appreciate that, Steve. I'd like to,
because I mean, if people knew all the things that you've gone through, and which is really not public record or anything.
It'll be in the book.
I mean, the things that you've, just perseverance is the
it
word.
really is. I mean, it's perseverance, but when it's a passion for you, and it's the body of work that, that's going to define you. Yes, I want to be a great father, and I try to be the best father that I can be. I try to be the best husband I can be. Yes, those things, but the body of work outside of that, you want that to define you. And I found a city that I fell in love with. When I first came here 6 years ago, Steve, I didn't know I'd fall in love with this city the way I did.
Land of enchantment, but you got enchanted, real big time.
I really did. I really did. I loved everything about this city and state. I love the people. I love the communities. I love the culture. I love the food. I love the food. And even the backside of it, the things that people criticize about our town, I even love that. I love the passion of this city, the passion. When you have culture, when you have art, when you have the different things, the culinary things here, you have passion here. And I love the passion of the ninth man of the Duke City Gladiators, our fan base. I love it. I've been offered jobs to go leave. I could have taken jobs. I'm going to get offered more jobs. When you win back-to-back, those things come with it.
Well, look at your overall record too.
It's crazy. It's humbling. It's humbling. It's humbling. But no matter where the job offer is, where it's at, it doesn't have the bourget, and it doesn't. And this town has embraced me and, shown me love and respect. And
well, you deserve it. I'm telling you, you really have. The word is persistence and perseverance.
Right.
Because I've had many talks with you over the last 5 years, and you've always kept, you've always kept a positive side of it, even when it looked bleak. That's hard to do. And the reason I say that, it was just a couple of years ago. It folded, and 2 weeks later, you guys were playing. That was about as quick as it happened. So.
Multiple times.
Right.
It'll be in the book, but there was one time no one knew about it because we kept it quiet. We folded during the season one time. And we worked as hard as we could work the 24 hours after we were told that that's it. And, myself and Matt Kayward always said, we're the founders of this organization. We've always said that this is a spiritual journey. This isn't about, just trying to make money or trying to win football games. This was a spiritual journey. This was a journey for the community. And we truly believe that, that this was an endeavor for the community to embrace.
Well, and I think you have a little bit, when we get together, it just seems like time flies so quick and everything.
Right? Are we done now already?
We're almost done. I got Alden throwing flags at me, man. He's throwing that red flag at me. I got a penalty. I'm going to have a 30-second penalty.
I got one more episode down, man. We're going to check the records and see how many more times I got to come on a Steve Davis show. Here I'm way behind, but we're working on it.
Well, you know what? That challenge was real simple. I said, just keep winning, and you're going to be back with it. And I guess that's a motivation for you to keep winning, to be on the Steve Davis show.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
Hey, well, Dominic, thanks a lot, and
hey,
congratulations.
Man, I appreciate it. Appreciate your support. Appreciate your love, man. It does not go unnoticed.